Welcome back to the channel, folks. This is daily update for MULN stock. There are a few things we need to cover in this video. Let's talk about the charts first, what I think the stock is heading to and where potentially it could go to if it crosses certain levels. And then we'll talk about a catalyst I want to talk to you guys about. Let's talk about the levels that I have here. If you have been following me, you know that I have these levels on my chart and they've been there for a while now. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, do consider subscribing. So what happened was 18 cents, a very good level, very much a demand level. Basically, it was crossed 2 days ago. And after that, the stock fell to a new level, which is 16 cents. I personally think the stock is going to head down to 10 cents. And the reason being is because the stock was really heavily diluted. Recently, there was a 338 million stock warrant was exercised and also 178 million stock warrant was exercised. So I personally think the stock is going to head down. So let's take a look at the Fibonacci retracement. So right now, it came down, right? It went up to the 23.60%. And it's hovering around that. If it crosses this level, let's say, and this level is around 17 cents or so. If it crosses this, the next is going to be 17.33. If it crosses this, it's going to be 17.75. It's 2 cents increment. And then if it goes up, it goes to 18 cents. However, if it drops from here, again, it could go down back to the same level that I have here. My level, 16.58, or the level that it has here, 16.20. Again, this is a zone right there. The price moves in a zone. It doesn't move in a single line. But what I think, it depends on how the stock moves, but let me remove the Fibonacci retracement here. So it depends on how stock moves. The new demand level, again, we have is 16 cents or so. If it crosses this level, what demand really is there's a lot of buyers are sitting here. If the buyers are thinking that, we're okay, we want to get the stock even cheaper and sellers win, at that point, it's going to go down to 15 cents. However, if the stock started going up, right, you do have a supply level at 18 cents. This used to be a demand level. There used to be a lot of buyers sitting here trying to purchase the stock. But what happened 2 days ago? Stock started coming down and the buyers were becoming less and less. And the sellers won. And at the end of the day, they end up shorting the stock or they were selling the stock. However, profit taking or shorting, either way, stock started coming down. Again, if we go back to this level and you have a lot of buyers attracted to this price section again, saying 18 cents is a good price, then of course it could bump up to 20 cents. 22 cents is still reasonable because March 7th, it got to 22 cents. And again, that's where the 178 million dilution happened. And then these guys sell off the rest of the shares and then brought it down to like 16 cents at this point. Again, I personally think the stock is still going to head down to maybe 10 cents. 15 cents is going to be a watcher here because I think there's some good demand established here for 15 cents. But if it crosses this level, then we have an issue and that is going to get to 10 cents. With that being said, there's some positive news. Again, that positive news is only good because, how you play the stock. Again, I'm trading the stock. I'm not invested in the company. So I'm not a financial advice, but I recommend, at this point, just trading it as you see momentum. So March 31st is the catalyst that is coming out. That, and again, this is the news that came out 4 days ago, and I covered this before as well, but MULN Automotive receives a purchase order for 6,000 Class 1 EV cargo vans. And what they're going to get $200 million for that. All right. Now, this is going to be a positive catalyst, and I do feel March 31st, we're going to have a good run, or maybe a day prior to that, a good run, and a good manipulation per se, because again, the stock is manipulated. So you got to understand the psyche here, right? What they want to do here is they want to pump it in a way that people feel like, oh, it's about to run up, right? A lot of retail investors are involved in the stock and they will they will bite, okay? And they will get into the share. And once it does that, when they do get into the share, they'll start selling off, right? They pump the stock. Once you get into the position, they start to sell off. This is what I'm saying. You have to be very cognizant about that. And you have to make sure that, you're playing the momentum, that you're not, you're managing your risk reward ratio, okay? For example, I do have a strategy that I come out of position 10%. I don't care how many times it comes down to 10%, I'm out of the position. If I'm losing 2 bets, I am definitely winning the third one. Because if you make a habit of a 10% or 5%, whatever your threshold is as your loss, it helps you a lot because in my perspective, that's your cost of business. Every time you do business, and treat market as business, okay? Every time you do business, you lose money in business as well. And a lot of people, every businessman has, some percentage allocated to shrinkage or whatever the case is or whatever the losses are going to have. So 10% is my loss, and it served me like gold, okay? Like every time I'm going into a position, my 10% loss is set, right? It comes down to 10%, it kicks me out, no problem. But if it started going up, if it runs up, right, I'm keep pushing up, I'm trailing stopping this, right? I'm keep pushing my stop loss up, and so I'm not losing my profit. So these are the little strategies that I use, but however, I am trading the stock. I'm not invested in it. These are my levels, guys. Again, I just want to make this clear. I cannot predict future, okay? These levels are established from price action standpoint, right? This is what we think from the previous historical standpoint, that these were the buyers were sitting, and now the buyers gave up on it. There are now more sellers around this area than buyers. But if this level is crossed, you already know that a lot of people are looking at this price as a good price for them to get in. Like just the way it right here, when it came down to 16 cents, you know, some people were just waiting. You know, maybe there were some automated orders that were here. You know, they're triggered and the stock price went up a little bit after market, right? So we'll see what happened on Monday, but these are my levels. Please treat them as levels. And when the levels are hit, understand this video, take a look at this video and see how the stock could go from here. And this will help you. So hope you guys are liking this video. If you're not subscribed, do subscribe to the channel. I'll talk to you guys in the next video.